Hey guys, Adam here, and welcome to another On the Couch review. It's what time is it? Oh wow, it's almost 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I've been catching up on some Dragon Age Inquisition and other things happening, which I'll discuss in another video. Not a review, but like a reflection video. And I'll shoot that later after I get some sleep. But I wanted to do a review because I just finished up the last, or I'm guessing is the last episode of a web series that Disney XD has released, and Marvel has released for their new. They just finished up their Origins web series for their new upcoming Spider-Man anime series. To start off, I want to say, of course, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I love Spider-Man. There we go. And of course, it's being released around the time Spider-Man Homecoming has been out. The upcoming new series that's coming in Disney XD. Like I said, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I love Spider-Man. I grew up with Spider-Man since I was a kid. Of course, what kid doesn't grow up with Spider-Man? I grew up with the show back in the 90s. Big fan of that. The movie, the Sam Raimi movies, of course. I have all three of them. I did like Amazing Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 2, upon further reflection, is not good. That crappy 3D CGI MTV animated series that came out, that was capitalizing on the show, trying to connect it with the show, or with the movies, sorry. That was bad. Then you had something like the Spectacular Spider-Man, which I never expected to love it as much as I did, and thought, and of course Greg Weisman, and just having it be as good as it is, and it willing to take risks that I was actually perfectly fine with, being a comic book, a bit of a purist. I actually greatly appreciated what they did, like some of the changes they did. I really appreciated it. Then you had that terrible Ultimate Spider-Man, which went on longer than it should have. I only watched like a couple of episodes. I watched like the last episode of that series as well, and I really did not like it, which made me, and Disney and Marvel has been very miss with a lot of their animated series, like in the last few years. Like you had Spectacular Spider-Man, and you had Avengers Assembled, which are awesome shows. If you can find them on DVD, Blu-ray, or however, legally, of course. After not Avengers Assembled, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero. Sorry, Avengers Assembled is the shitty Avengers series. Yeah. But after Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Spectacular Spider-Man kind of went downhill from there, because they were really just finding ways to capitalize on the movies than they were actually trying to make good quality shows. So you had crap like Hulk and Agents of Smash, Avengers Assembled, that Guardians of the Galaxy series that was capitalizing on the movie, that's just as bad. Like, I watched one episode of that and I really did not like it. Then you have, but now you have, and they got more coming. But then this comes around, and my expectations are very low. So they release a web series on the Origins. They do it in a very interesting way. They start off with the first episode where Peter gets bit by the spider. And I mean, it's just to really just introduce Peter. I mean, we all know the story. We know the story. Really, this web series doesn't really take anything new in the direction. It's pretty much a rehash of, I guess you could say, the original, the first Spider-Man movie. That's what it is the first Spider-Man. And really, I'm okay with that for some reasons. But they do it in a way where it kind of, like, the approach to go with it is interesting, because it goes and delves into him discovering his powers and trying to understand them, and being a science nerd, he does it by the 5 steps of the scientific method: hypothesis, observation, prediction, experimentation, and conclusion. If I got any of those out of order, if any of those wrong, I apologize. Anyway, it's like 6 episodes, with the first one starting off with Peter getting bit. Then the next one is him hypothesizing what is going on with him. That's the second episode. The next one is him observing his powers. The next, just showing, oh, here's what I can do, and here now I can make and it's like just finding out what powers he has, and then okay, I can't spin webs, so I'm gonna make my own. So he makes little web shooters, his web shooters. Then the next one is prediction, where he tries to figure out what he can do with these powers, and it kind of and it is kind of funny how he figures it out, because, like, all right, next prediction, and he's standing right in front of a fortune teller, which is like, you'll have fame and fortune, and Peter's just walking around with web in his face, because he needs a mask, and the fortune teller accidentally presses the web shooter, and it gets all over her pre-ejaculation, and she's like, get this out. It's like, I don't know. It's like, how long will this take? It's like, I really don't know. And then all of a sudden his web mask starts dissolving. He goes, oh, an hour. You got 1 hour. It's like, hey, you haven't paid me. I'm like, okay, Peter. And then and then he, like, figures, okay, what can I do? What can I do? And he's, like, standing in front of, like, all these wrestling posters. So he's trying to figure out, and he's like, okay, I got nothing. And he just walks past, like, wait, wrestling, that's awesome. It's like, and I just recently kind of got back into wrestling, particularly mass wrestling, so I can kind of relate to that in a way. So having him going into the wrestling thing is good. The one thing they changed, though, that I like is in the penultimate episode is he's being interviewed by Stan Lee, who is a cameraman, and he's just being a nerd, blah blah blah. All of a sudden, of course, the robber runs by. Now we all know one of the stories is he gets screwed over by somebody, and so when that person gets robbed, he does nothing, because because he feels like, oh, well, you cheated me, why should I help you? Instead, it's more, oh, well, it's not my problem, I got bigger issues to deal with. I kind of like that, because it shows his immaturity, and really actually makes it, I think it makes what comes next makes it a little more impactful, because it's not pettiness, it's arrogance that leads to this tragedy on his part. And then we get to the wrestling match. I am so glad they did this, the wrestling match, because they're showing all these wrestlers, and they show the spider, not the human spider, although that would have been great, especially if they decided to also throw in a Bruce Campbell cameo. Oh my god, that would have been amazing. The wrestler he goes up against is Bonesaw McGee. And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? You should have just kept Bonesaw McGraw and actually gotten like a Randy Macho Man Savage impersonator. But the fact that they actually decided to go with this made me happy. Because they actually made sure that he looked like Bonesaw McGraw. And I'm just like, Bonesaw is ready! And just kind of making me remember like some of the wrestling rants that like the pre-show rants Macho Man Savage would go on against Hulk Hogan. It's like, I am the cream of the crop. It's just, god damn it, I miss Randy Macho Man Savage. I do. You got that match. And he does still kind of get screwed over, but not in like a very negative way where he's trying to get money. It's more, oh yeah, it's like, so what do I win? Well, you become our new headline champion, and you get this trophy. And it's like this cheap little looking trophy. It's like, oh, okay. And then we get the conclusion, literally. And I kind of predicted this because they set it up this way, but I wasn't expecting it to be done the way it was. It opens up with it's happening. The episode opens directly after Uncle Ben has been murdered. And it's actually kind of impactful because he goes like, Peter's just like, yeah, I got this trophy. Uncle Ben would have been really proud. I've looked at it and it's made of 3 different metals and two dioxides. You know what else is made of 3 different metals? And it just bullet. I'm like, fuck, dude. Wow, okay. I mean, I like the fact that they did this. We don't need to see him we don't need to see Ben dying. We don't need to see him pleading with this guy to put down the gun and not do this. We didn't need to see that because we already know the story. So the way they're doing it is actually, I wouldn't say perfect, but it's well done. It's done in a way where you still know the story and you still feel bad for Peter, especially when you know what's gonna come next. And so when Peter finds the man who shot him, he's about ready to kill him. Like, you can tell, like, honestly, it's very well done that he's about to kill him. And so when he realizes who it is, he just lets him go. I mean, granted, he gets caught by the cops immediately as soon as he runs out of the warehouse. But Peter is like distraught. He's distraught over the fact that he realizes he feels he is responsible. He knows he's responsible for this. And so, of course, his conclusion is these powers are not to be taken lightly. I should never use this for personal gain. I should always use this to help people. With great power comes great responsibility. That is his conclusion. And honestly, it's well done. The animation is, I mean, it's done by the same guys who did Avatar and Voltron, but it is a little jarring. The design for Peter is a little off to me, but it's not terrible. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the hair that's kind of, like, I'm used to Peter having shorter hair, you know? Like if my hair was cut, like, I'm used to that. I'm used to his hair being like that. Or the Ultimate Spider-Man hair, doofy haircut. But other than that, it's not bad. It really isn't. And makes me look forward to the show. So, what do I give this? It's just a web series to get people excited for the show, which is soon, I guess. I don't know the exact date. So I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 for the web series. I'm actually looking forward to it. I might just watch it too. So yeah, So like I said, I'll get the Oats Studios as soon as possible, and I'll get my reflection video up as well tomorrow when I get some sleep. So I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day by the time you see this. So bye.